You want to go to the gym, but you don't know where to start. You don't know what to do, and you're curious about how is the progress, what kind of progress can I expect, what's realistic. You have all these kinds of questions, and today I'll be answering those. I'll first start a bit with my own story, then I'll straight get into the workout plan, and I'll end with the progress, how fast is it, and a couple of those kind of questions which I'll be answering today. So let's get straight into it. There'll be a timeline in the video, so you can skip to the specific parts you would like to know more about, or you can just watch the whole thing because that would be greatly appreciated. Let's get straight into it. I personally, when I started to going to the gym, it was a friend of mine who actually pulled me into the gym. It was like, we're going to the gym, you're old enough to go, why don't you just join us? So I was like, yeah, let's go. And yes, ever since I've joined, I've enjoyed it very much, and I've been making progress. I've learned a couple of things along the way, and I've improved my schedule. Let's get straight into it. I'll first be talking about the push day. I've chosen a push-pull legs split instead of a chest, back and legs split. The reason for this being I'm currently using a push-pull legs, and I wanted to give you guys my personal routine. It would be weird if I were to give you a chest, back and legs split while I'm not even using that anymore. So let's first get into what is a push. Well, the push is all the exercises where you have to push. It's pretty simple. It's not that complicated, and it's with the upper body. So the lower body, legs, has a separate day. We're gonna do this, you're gonna do a day after the previous one you had. So let's say your previous day when you went, it could be like you go only once a week, then the day you previously had, which could for example be push, then pull is the next one, then legs is the next one. I don't want you to skip any of them just because you're like, oh, I need to restart it because I didn't go one day. I want you to continue on that. A rep is just a repetition, so how many times you do the exercise itself, and the sets are the amount of times you do those repetitions. The reason we're going for these exercises is because you want an aesthetic physique. You don't want one of these bitchy ass, you don't want any of these blocky bodybuilder physiques. You want a physique, girls, you want to attract girls. That's what I'm expecting, and you want a nice physique where you can actually do something. A bodybuilder physique is a little bit too blocky. It's still great to try those exercises, and if you want that kind of physique, I would definitely say go for it. But personally, if you want to get an aesthetic physique as quick as possible, I would recommend this kind of workout. And if you want to attract girls, I would recommend this kind of going aesthetic. Push day. Push day is gonna be full of exercises where you're gonna be pushing, as I just explained. And the first one is going to be the bench press. Bench press is great for building that lower chest. So you're going to do 10 reps and 3 sets of the bench press, and you perform this exercise by laying under the bar. Then you'll make sure your eyes are underneath the bar. So you have the bar above you when you look up while your head is against the bench, and your eyes are right under the bar. That's where you want to be sitting. Then you'll put your hands under. There are rings on them. I just put any of the fingers, maybe middle finger because it's easy to remember, or your ring finger, something like that. Just wrap those around them and make sure your thumb goes underneath and you have this kind of grip. The reason you're trying to wrap one of your fingers around that marking is because it's so you know how to balance it. And I would recommend when you're first starting out, your first time, just use the bar. I don't care if you can do higher weights or anything like that. Just focus on getting the technique correctly. So go all the way down. Don't let it fall onto you. So control down. Let it tap onto your chest and push it upwards. Do this slowly, not too fast. Just nice tempo. The next exercise you're gonna do on push day is gonna be dips. Dips are great for training the upper chest, so that's why I'm incorporating it. You're gonna perform dips by going onto a machine. You can have some resistance to some assistance with this using your machine, and the higher your weight goes, the more assistance you get. You're gonna go all the way down as far as you can, so you're all the way down, and then you're gonna push up. Now you're gonna go slowly down, push up. You're gonna do this for 10 reps and 3 sets. The next exercise you're gonna be performing is the tricep pull down. You're gonna also do this exercise for 10 reps, 3 sets. It's gonna be a lot of that, but it's because it's easy to remember and you don't have to do all these complicated things with, oh, do I need to switch it? I'm gonna do that a little bit more with legs or with back, but it's gonna be it's gonna be easy. I'm gonna make it as easy as possible, but still give you that great exercise. So what you're gonna do is push all the way down, extend your arms, bring it up around 90 degrees and push it down again. You're gonna make sure you have a nice firm stance. The next exercise is gonna be lateral raises. These are great for your lateral, delts. These delts are the side delts and they are great for getting those broad shoulders because you want a nice V-taper, which means you want those shoulders to be out and you want a small waist, so you have kind of a V-shaped body. What you're gonna do is you're gonna almost let them touch your upper legs, and then you're gonna bring them all the way up. Make sure your hands are straight and then just bring them down. And do this slowly. I want you to take your time. You're gonna do this for 18 reps and 3 sets. Then we're gonna go to pull day. Pull day is all the exercises you pull. So let's get straight into the first one. Bar barrel curl. To train those biceps, you're gonna go straight, extend your arms fully, and then bring them all the way up to almost fully up. And once they're almost fully up, you bring them slowly down, extend, and you repeat this for 10 reps and 3 sets. The next exercise is gonna be lateral pull down. What you're gonna do is you're gonna grab that bar. So you're gonna extend your arms fully, grab that bar, and go sit. Once you're sitting, you're gonna pull that bar up to your upper chest, and you're gonna extend it. Once your arms are extended, you bring them down, and you do this slowly. Make sure to take your time. 10 reps, 3 sets, you know the deal. Next exercise, you're gonna do seated rows. Seated rows, what you're gonna do with this exercise is you're gonna grab the handle. Then you're gonna make sure your legs are almost extended, and you're gonna make sure your back is nice and straight, shoulders to the back, and you're gonna extend and bring it all the way to your belly. Then extend again, bring it back to your belly, and do this slowly. I want you to take your time with all these exercises to get that great muscle targeting. So that's also an exercise you're gonna do for 10 reps, 3 sets. The next exercise we're gonna be doing is what I call a neck exercise. The reason we're doing a neck exercise is because you wanna have that nice broad neck. Because if you have this skinny neck on this broad physique, it just looks out of proportion, so you need to train your neck as well. So how do we train our neck? Well, you're gonna lay on a bench with your head against the bench, with your head free. So with your shoulders on the bench, but your head needs to be able to move all the way back and all the way to the front. What you're gonna do is you're gonna grab a weight, push it against your, let it sit on your forehead. You don't want to assist using your hands. And you're gonna go back, all the way back, and make sure your chin is on your chest. And you're gonna repeat this for 18 reps and 3 sets. With this exercise, you wanna make sure you try to assist the least amount possible with your hands. And just pick a light and easy way to start with and just gradually go up. If you're like, oh, this weight is too easy for me, let's try a heavier one. And don't try to force it. You need to do this exercise carefully because it's about your neck. You don't want to hurt your neck. Well, the final exercise with the pull day is going to be shrugs. You want to do shrugs to get those nice big traps. How do we do this exercise? Well, we perform this exercise by grabbing the weights, standing with a firm stance, and you're just going to pull up your shoulders. You're going to bring your shoulders all the way up, let them go down, push them all the way up, let them go down, and you're gonna repeat this for, with legs, you're gonna do 3 exercises. So, the first one is gonna be the squat. It's a great exercise for targeting many muscles in your legs. So, how do you perform the squat? What you're gonna do is you're first gonna have a nice firm stance and go under the bar and put it on your back. You're gonna put your hands again on those rings, on those markings, which are on the bar, so you have the balance correctly, and then you're gonna push up. Then the bar will be off the rack, and you're gonna do a couple of steps, go a couple of steps back. Then, what you're gonna be doing is stand firm, have your toes pointed outwards, and make sure there's enough room between your legs, because you'll notice that if you do this squat, you might start feeling that you're pushing too much on your toes, and you want to avoid this. So how do you avoid this? Well, you avoid this by broadening the room between your legs. And if you notice, hey, I'm doing it standing too much on my toes, maybe I need to broaden that room. Then, what you're going to be doing is go all the way down. Make sure you get nice depth. You want to almost make your ass touch your calves. Just go really far down, as far as you possibly can, and then push upwards. And don't do this too fast, just take your time with all these exercises. And you repeat this exercise, 10 reps, 3 sets, easy peasy. Then, the next exercise is gonna be calf raises. Calf raises, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna have different ways of performing the calf raise. I'm personally doing it with a hip thrust machine, but you can also do this with other machines. So you have to, if you don't have a hip thrust machine in your gym, then look up other ways to do the calf raise. But I'm just gonna show you my example, because most gyms have a hip thrust machine because the women use them a lot. How do we perform the calf raise? Well, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna put your legs on there, and you're gonna make sure your toes are standing on the platform, but your heels can move freely. Then you're gonna put the weight on, and you're gonna go up, extend your feet fully, so make sure you're standing on your toes and your heels are off the ground, or as far possibly above the ground as they can. Then just get them down, let them go down slowly, and let them go all the way down. Do this really slow. You're gonna do this for 18 reps, 3 sets, so don't go too high on the weight, because you're gonna need to do this extremely slowly, because this is a great exercise for training those calves. And the final exercise you're gonna be doing is the hip abductor. This exercise is for training your ass. Yes, you're gonna need to do that as well, because you don't want to have things out of proportion. You train this muscle group by just performing the instructions which are on the machine. You have to do it slowly. That's all I need to tell you. Just do it slowly and perform what's on the machine. Just go sit in there and perform it. It's really, really easy. Well, now we'll move on to abs. You want to train those abs. You're going to want a nice six-pack. Well, let's get that for you. We're going to do 3 exercises. The first exercise you're going to be doing is the leg raise. The leg raise is a great exercise for training your abs. What you're going to be doing is you're going to lay on the floor, arms next to your body, and you're going to extend your legs. Make sure they're straight and off the ground. Then you're going to go and pull them all the way up to a 90-degree angle and let them go down slowly. Don't make them touch the ground and go back up. You're going to repeat this for a total of 25 reps if you can. This is a really hard exercise, so do as many as you possibly can. And if you can hit 25, just keep it at 25, around 25 at least. Maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower, just variate within that. And you're gonna do 3 sets of the maximum you can do, pretty much. And if you notice you can't even do a single one, move your hands underneath your ass. If you do that, then it will become a little easier on you and you can actually perform it easier. So that's what I would recommend if you have trouble with this exercise. Then, the next exercise you're going to be doing is the horizontal crunch machine, or any crunch variant. You're going to do these also 25 times and 3 sets. And if you notice you don't have this horizontal machine, as I just said, do any crunch variant. So bicycle crunches, for example, are a great choice, and you just pick any crunch you prefer and do that for the same amount of reps, same amount of sets. Then finally you're gonna end it all with planks. What you're gonna do is you're gonna plank for as long as you can. I personally would say 2 minutes is the goal you should be aiming for, but if you can only do it for 1 minute maximum, do it for 1 minute. Just try to get that time up every time. Well, that are all the exercises. This is how you're gonna do it. You're gonna make sure abs is always after your workout. I want you to do it every single day, but after your workout. I've just already explained how to do push, pull, legs and abs, but you need to start with cardio. The reason I'm ending with cardio instead of starting with cardio is because you can do it at the end or at the beginning, depending on what you prefer. With cardio, it's not really that complicated. Pick any form of cardio you like. You like running, you like jogging, you like walking, you like to go biking, rowing. Any of these machines are fine because you need that cardio. You need to be able to have the endurance to do something, because otherwise you'll have this great, strong and beautiful body, but you can't even run for like 5 minutes. Come on, man. You need to have that great endurance, so that's why you need to train cardio. But what's also important is these kinds of questions. How quickly do I progress? Is there something with food I should look after? These kinds of questions are great. How is it in the gym? What should I look up? What can I do when there's a vacation? All these kinds of questions are great questions, and I'm going to be answering them one at a time. The first one I'll be answering is, how fast is your progress? Progress is completely dependent on your genetics, I would say, but I can always give you something to look after. So I'm gonna give you progress photos of myself. As you're gonna see, I'm gonna put them here, and as you can see, that's my progress from around a year of training, I would say. I have actually had an injury during this period, but I would say the average time, this would be average. In the beginning, you're gonna get beginner gains, is what they'll call it. So after you've done those beginner gains and you've got the most progress, don't be discouraged if you notice you'll get a little less progress, because that can happen. But you just gotta pursue, you're just gonna keep on going, and slowly but surely your physique keep on improving. So compare yourself with progress photos. You're gonna take photos every single month, and you're gonna look at them and see, oh damn, because I've gone this many times to the gym, it's actually better. So that's what I would recommend to you. Then the next thing, with vacation, what do I do now? Well, but I would say, if you want to know something for a vacation, I'll make a video on that in the future. But it's not to worry right now, because you're a beginner, you just want to start going to the gym, because that's the most important. So just try that, and vacation and stuff we can always worry about later. Then foods. Foods are really important. You need to know, what are you eating? Supplements, what kind of supplements should I take? I would recommend for a beginner, don't take all these weird supplements, just go with protein. I know there's creatine, which is a great supplement. I know you can also take pre-workout, but that's for a later time. Right now, you're just a beginner. You don't need to make things complicated for yourself. I would recommend going for protein and just having a healthy diet in general. You just want to make sure you're eating healthy food. So if you're looking at a food, split-second decision, is this healthy or not? Yes, okay, I'll eat it. No, I don't eat it. Cut down on those sugars, cut down on those sweets, cut down on all those unhealthy things, and that would already improve your progress greatly. So make sure you consume enough protein. Just consume a couple of protein drinks if you notice, and that's what I would recommend to a beginner. I'm not going to go into specifics, how much protein do you need, how much of this, how much of this, how much of this. Just the basics. Eat healthier, just choose an apple over those sweets, and drink enough protein, eat enough protein. And that's what I would say is the most basic requirements for eating. Then, how is the gym environment, and what can I do, what can I not do? First of all, if you want to film in a gym, make sure you're the only one being filmed. If you want to show your bench press PR to your friends, just in case, you can always ask someone, hey, could you mind filming this? I want to send something to my friend. You can always ask that. Or you can just put your camera in a position where it doesn't bother anyone. I don't want you to film anyone else. I don't want you to make fun of them, because you're also new. So, and don't be afraid, people will not make fun of you. Trust me. They just want to help you. So if you see that big guy who's been training there for 20 years, go ask him about it. In your gym, so like a big guy who performs the deadlift. Hey, I wanted to do the deadlift, but I'm not sure how to do it. Could you please teach me how to? Could you please teach me how to do this exercise? Ask the staff in the gym. I wasn't sure how to do this. Could you please explain it to me? Of course, they're happy to help. It's an incredibly positive place. And I know people have been anxious because of these videos of these girls, for example, calling people creeps. Don't let them bother you. They are disgusting for posting this kind of content, and I personally haven't even encountered one yet. So, what I would say is, people who are filming in the gym, it's rare. Most of the people, if they're filming at all, they're probably filming a friend or want to show their friend how they're doing their bench press or something. Most people don't care. And also, most people aren't even paying attention to you in the gym. So, just be you, just do what you need to do, work hard, because that's what you're doing, you're working on yourself, so who the fuck gives a fuck about what the rest says. That's everything I need to tell you. I think you're ready, you're equipped for going to the gym. So just gotta go, that's all you need to do, just go. So, thank you guys for watching, work hard, stay hard, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!